Welcome to Daryl's Ultimate Ambition Improved. This is a very, very nice finish for an ambitious card routine. That's how I would use it, without question. But if you wanted to do it all by itself, technically you could. You show a deck of cards, have a card freely selected and signed. I'll use this card that's already been signed. And the effect is you wrap the deck with a piece of rope. It's an ordinary piece of rope. You can wrap it as many times as the rope will go around. And there's no question about it. This is definitely, completely, sleight of hand proofing the entire pack. That's the idea. If I have the deck wrapped and tied with rope, there's absolutely no way to perform sleight of hand. Watch closely. Without sleight of hand, the signed card goes into the middle of the pack. And no matter how closely you look, you see it's definitely in the middle of the deck. It's definitely going in. It's definitely a signed card. Watch closely. I do absolutely nothing. Just push it in all the way. There's no way I could cheat, but if I snap the fingers, one card rises to the top. Take a little peek under there. Can you see what it is? Oh, absolutely, positively, and that's all there is to it. Now, technically, you can have the card signed by as many people as you want. It doesn't make any difference. In fact, here's something I discovered just recently. You could also have the card signed on the back. So it used to be a joke. I'd have 5 or 6 or 7 people sign the card on the front. And then as an afterthought, at the very end, I'd say, oh, how about you? Would you mind signing it on the back? And I'd indicate one end of the back. Now watch closely. With the deck still wrapped and tied like this, the signed selection still goes in the middle of the pack, about halfway down. No matter how closely you look, just like before, you see it's definitely in the middle. It definitely goes in. No question about it. I mean, this is as clean as you can be. It really goes in all the way. And just like before, I push it in. In fact, to prove there's no sleight of hand, I'm going to hold it by the rope. Watch closely. That was it. The card rises to the top. You can see the signature on the back. You know it's the same card. In fact, you could pull it up just a little bit, take a little peek. The audience can see it's signed on the back. It's signed on the front by as many people as you had sign it, and you can give it away as a souvenir. This might be gilding the lily, but technically you can even have a corner torn off. It doesn't matter. This is definitely the card that goes in. It's the exact same card that comes to the top. So if you wanted to, you could say, here, sign it on the back, sign it on the front. Here, tear off a corner. Let the spectator do this. No switch. The spectator tears off the corner, keeps it. You take the rest of the card, you put it into the middle of the deck just like before. Of course, don't do it over and over again. You just do it once. It's the finish. But decide which way you want to do it. Whether you want to do it at the end of the routine, or if you want to just do it all by itself. You take the card, signed card goes in the middle. You can see it going in the middle. No doubt about it, just like before. 100% positively into the middle of the deck. Just like before, you can hold it by the rope. You do nothing. Absolutely nothing. And the card rises to the top. You can see part of the signature. If I pull it out a little bit, you can see the torn corner. The spectator could match it up. It matches 100%, of course, because that is the exact same card. And that's basically the effect, the barest effect of the Ultimate Ambition Improved. Now, the reason or the way I came up with this idea is actually pretty simple. I've been asked by a lot of people, how did you come up with such a thing? And really, one day, I just held a deck of cards in my hand. I said, how could I put a card in the middle of the deck and have that exact same card appear on the top without any sleight of hand? And believe it or not, the answer is pretty simple. In fact, just for fun, if you don't know how this is done, you might want to turn off the tape for a few minutes and think about it. How would you do it?